We spend roughly 1/3 of our entire lives asleep. But have you ever wondered what your body is doing while you are unconscious? Take a look at this chart. Which of these is your go-to sleep position? Today, we are breaking down every single sleep position to reveal what it says about your physical health, your spinal alignment, and even your underlying psychology. Let's zoom in. First up, we have the soldier position. This is exactly what it sounds like. You sleep flat on your back with your arms resting straight down by your sides. From an anatomical standpoint, this is one of the absolute best positions for your spine, your neck, and your back. Because your body is resting in a neutral position, your weight is evenly distributed across the mattress, preventing any unnatural curves or pressure points. Dermatologists also love the soldier position because your face isn't smashed into a pillow for 8 hours, which is a major preventative measure against premature facial wrinkles and acne breakouts. However, the soldier position has one massive flaw: gravity. When you sleep flat on your back, gravity pulls the base of your tongue and the soft tissues of your throat downward. This can partially block your airway, making this the worst possible position for people who snore or suffer from sleep apnea. Psychologically, sleep experts suggest that people who sleep in the soldier position tend to be quiet, reserved, and hold themselves and others to incredibly strict, high standards. Next is general back sleeping, often referred to as the starfish position, when your arms are thrown up near your head. Similar to the soldier, this provides fantastic spinal support and keeps acid reflux at bay, provided your head is slightly elevated above your stomach. But throwing your arms up around your pillow can actually put a lot of tension on the tendons in your shoulders, sometimes leading to a pinched nerve or shoulder impingement over time. If you wake up with numb or tingling fingers, this position might be the culprit. Psychologically, starfish sleepers are known to be fantastic listeners and incredibly loyal friends. Because the position is so physically open and vulnerable, it reflects an open-minded personality. They are always willing to help others, but generally prefer to stay out of the spotlight themselves. Moving on to the most popular sleep position in the world, the fetal position. Roughly 40 to 45% of all adults sleep curled up on their side with their knees pulled toward their chest, and it is twice as common in women as it is in men. Evolutionarily speaking, this is our body's ultimate defensive posture. It protects our vital organs and helps conserve body heat. Physically, sleeping in a loose fetal position is excellent for pregnant women and people with lower back pain, as curling the legs slightly opens up the spaces between the vertebrae, relieving pressure on the spinal discs. However, curling up too tightly can restrict your diaphragm, making it harder to take deep breaths during the night, and can leave you waking up with stiff, achy joints. Psychologically, people who sleep in the fetal position are often described as having a tough exterior but a very sensitive, emotional core. They might be shy or guarded when you first meet them, but they quickly relax and become incredibly warm and affectionate once they trust you. Then we have the log position. You're sleeping on your side, but instead of curling up, your legs are extended straight down and your arms are resting straight against your sides. It looks stiff, but it's actually a very healthy way to sleep. It keeps the spine relatively straight and prevents the severe lower back arching that happens in other positions. However, it does concentrate your body weight entirely on your hips and shoulders, which means you need a slightly softer mattress to cushion those pressure points. In the realm of sleep psychology, log sleepers are the life of the party. They are highly social, easygoing, and love being part of the in crowd. They are extremely trusting of strangers, sometimes to a fault, making them a little bit gullible. Closely related is the yearner position. This is when you sleep on your side with your legs straight, but your arms are stretched out in front of you, as if you are reaching for something, or perhaps being chased. Physically, reaching the arms forward shifts your center of gravity and takes some pressure off the shoulder joint compared to the log position. It's also great for reducing sleep apnea. Psychologically, yearners are a fascinating contradiction. Studies suggest they have an incredibly open nature and are always eager to try new things. Yet they are simultaneously highly cynical and suspicious. They take a very long time to make decisions, weighing every single pro and con. But once a yearner finally makes up their mind, they are entirely stubborn and will almost never change it. Now, let's talk about the massive difference between left side versus right side sleeping. While side sleeping looks identical from the outside, inside your body it is a completely different story due to our asymmetrical anatomy. If you suffer from frequent heartburn, acid reflux, or GERD, you absolutely must sleep on your left side. Your stomach naturally sits on the left side of your abdomen. When you sleep on your left, gravity keeps your stomach acid safely below the lower esophageal sphincter, preventing it from burning your throat. Furthermore, left side sleeping is heavily recommended for pregnant women because it relieves the pressure of the uterus on the inferior vena cava, the large vein that carries blood back to the heart. Conversely, sleeping on your right side can drastically worsen acid reflux. However, some studies suggest that right side sleeping might lower your heart rate and blood pressure slightly because it creates more physical space in the chest cavity, putting less anatomical pressure on the heart muscle. Next is stomach sleeping, also known as the free faller. You are flat on your stomach, usually with your hands wrapped around the pillow and your head turned to one side. I have bad news for you. Anatomically speaking, this is the absolute worst position for your body. When you sleep on your stomach, your core sinks into the mattress, forcing your lower spine into a deep, unnatural arch. Worse, in order to simply breathe, you are forced to twist your neck 90 degrees and hold it under tension for 8 straight hours. This is a guaranteed recipe for chronic neck pain, muscle spasms, and lower back agony. The only physical benefit of stomach sleeping is that it effectively eliminates snoring. Psychologically, stomach sleepers are often bold, brash, and highly sociable on the outside. But internally, they are often dealing with underlying anxiety and are hypersensitive to criticism. Because they sleep in a position that literally grips the bed, psychologists suggest they are subconsciously trying to maintain control over a life that feels unpredictable. Let's look at pillow hugging. This isn't just a comfort mechanism, it's actually a brilliant ergonomic hack. Many side sleepers subconsciously grab a pillow to hug against their chest or place one between their knees. When you sleep on your side, your top arm and top leg naturally droop downward. This pulls on your shoulders and twists your pelvis, throwing your entire spine out of alignment. Hugging a pillow props up that top arm, keeping your chest open and your shoulders square. A pillow between the knees keeps your hips perfectly stacked. Psychologically, pillow huggers place a massive premium on relationships. They are naturally nurturing, deeply empathetic, and prioritize their family, friends, and partners above everything else in their lives. They are the caregivers of the world. Then we have the combination sleeper. If you look at this chart and think, I do all of these, then this is you. Combination sleepers toss and turn, shifting from their back to their side to their stomach and back again throughout the night. From a physical standpoint, shifting positions is an excellent evolutionary trait. It keeps your blood flowing, prevents pressure sores, and stops your joints from stiffening up. However, if you are violently tossing and turning constantly, it might be a sign of poor sleep architecture, high stress, or an underlying condition like restless leg syndrome that is preventing you from reaching the deep, restorative stages of REM sleep. Psychologically, combination sleepers are highly adaptable multitaskers. They are flexible and handle change well, but their constant nighttime movement often reflects an overactive mind that simply refuses to shut off when the lights go out. Finally, we have elevated sleeping. This is when you use a specialized wedge pillow or an adjustable mechanical bed base to prop your upper body up at an incline. This isn't a natural sleep posture, but it is a highly therapeutic one. By using gravity to your advantage, elevated sleeping is the ultimate cure for severe acid reflux. It is also phenomenal for people with chronic sinus congestion, allergies, or head colds, as it allows your nasal passages to drain properly instead of pooling in your throat. Furthermore, sleeping elevated takes a massive amount of physical pressure off the lower back and helps keep the airway wide open for people with obstructive sleep apnea. Ultimately, sleep experts agree that there is no single, perfect position for everyone. The best sleep position is simply the one that allows you to wake up feeling rested without pain after 8 uninterrupted hours. Understanding your body's mechanics is the first step to unlocking a better night's rest, improving your posture, and protecting your long-term health.